What a showing today from France. Really dominant, right?
Yeah, I think we saw their depth. I don't know that they came out of first gear.
France have created something international football was never supposed to have. Too many world-class attackers. Three matches, 3 wins, 10 goals. Maximum points. Ousmane Dembélé has exploded with 4 goals, including a devastating first-half World Cup hat-trick.
He's in the attack going 1v1 scoring goals, and you get to see the benefits of that playing with this French side, but plus another plethora of stacked players. It's just...
Mbappé already has 4 goals himself, yet somehow he's no longer the player carrying this attack.
Olise, Mbappé, power, and a goal!
Michael Olise is creating, Désiré Doué is stretching defences, and every substitution Didier Deschamps makes seems to unleash another elite forward. But here's the frightening part. France still haven't reached their best level. Because behind the goals lies something even more dangerous. A front line built through years of evolution. Attacking depth no other nation can match, tactical movements that leave defenders chasing shadows, and a bench so stacked that even losing Hugo Ekitike before the tournament barely changed anything. Yet hidden beneath all of that is a weakness that could still stop this team before they lift the trophy. So has France assembled the most complete attacking squad in international football today? Or are we about to discover the one blueprint capable of bringing them down? This is why France's attack has become the biggest story of the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Look, I need you to understand something before we get into the goals and the highlights and the Dembélé hat-trick. France did not just show up at this World Cup with a suddenly unstoppable attack. This has been cooking, slowly, deliberately, for the better part of 2 years. The lazy version writes itself. Mbappé, Dembélé, Olise, Doué, obviously dangerous. Next chapter. But that misses everything. What we're watching isn't brilliant forwards thrown together. This is Deschamps. Careful, pragmatic, often criticised Deschamps, systematically dismantling France's dependence on one superstar and building something genuinely harder to stop. It started in qualification. 5 wins, 1 draw, 16 goals, 4 conceded. Routine on paper, but the real story wasn't that they qualified, it was how many different attacking solutions were quietly emerging around Mbappé. Olise stopped being a luxury and became structural. Doué became a genuine tournament player. Dembélé, after years of collective sighing, finally started becoming the player France always believed he could be. One stat explains this attack better than any highlight. Since Euro 2024, 63% of France's goals have been scored by one of the 9 forwards in this squad. Most nations arrive praying their striker stays fit. France arrived with an entire attacking department conditioned to score without any one player carrying the burden. That's not normal. Then the group stage stopped being a warning and became a demonstration. Senegal first, won 3-1, but the scoreline flatters them, I'll be honest about that. Senegal were compact and caused genuine first-half problems. More shots, Jackson hit the post, Sarr missed from 8 yards. Uncomfortable, but Deschamps shifted Olise centrally, pushed Dembélé wider, and Senegal's block immediately lost its reference points. Mbappé scored twice, Barcola added another from the bench. France won a game they were being edged in for 45 minutes. That adaptability is new. The old France just waited for Mbappé. Iraq was cleaner, 3-0. Mbappé scored twice on his 100th cap, of course. Dembélé added the third. No drama needed. Then Norway. That's where this attack moved from impressive to alarming. Norway made 10 changes, Haaland and Ødegaard both benched, but none of that explains what happened. Mbappé hit the bar inside 60 seconds, swept a diagonal to Dembélé on 6 minutes, goal. Found him again in the 20th, goal. By the 32nd minute, hat-trick, second fastest in World Cup history. All 3 goals completely different. One cutting across his marker, one with precision from separation, one a low curl into the corner. This isn't pace and luck. This is a player at the absolute peak of his craft. Dembélé isn't the unpredictable winger who vanishes from matches anymore. He's the reigning Ballon d'Or winner, and that form came directly into this tournament. France are rewriting that conversation in real time. But what should be keeping coaches awake isn't Dembélé alone, it's all four of them together. On paper, 4-2-3-1, in practice, something much harder to defend. Mbappé pins centre-backs then drifts into channels. Dembélé drops between the lines and attacks inside on either foot. Olise slides into the half space where his left foot opens lanes defenders can't track. Doué holds width, goes directly at fullbacks or combines inside. None stay fixed, they rotate constantly, and every correct read on one creates a problem with another. There is no safe decision. Olise is the quietest name but tactically the most important. 3 assists in 3 games doesn't fully capture it. His value is angles and tempo, receiving in the half space, opening his body, forcing the defender to choose between closing him or protecting the pass behind. Against a deep block, he's France's unlock. Doué is 20 and playing like the stage doesn't exist. His late header against Norway from Barcola's cross won't make any highlight package after a Dembélé hat-trick, but it was the perfect illustration of what this squad is. Even after everything, another young attacker arriving in the box to finish the job. 10 goals, 9 points, not even close to perfect, disconnected spells, defensive sloppiness, muddled half hours. Still won every single one. Qualification didn't just book France's ticket, it quietly revealed a team that had outgrown its dependence on one superstar. Now we're in the tournament, and that warning has become impossible to ignore.
Right, so we've talked about the front four. Now let me tell you about the part that's actually keeping coaches up at night. Deschamps can start Mbappé, Dembélé, Olise and Doué, already one of the most frightening attacks at this tournament, then turn around and see Barcola, Cherki, Mateta, Akliush and Thuram waiting. 5 attackers, 5 completely different profiles, all capable of solving different problems in the same game. Barcola showed exactly what that means against Norway. Didn't start, came on, attacked the left channel, delivered the cross for Doué's late header. France were already winning, Dembélé had already scored a hat-trick, and still, from the bench, they added another winger with pace, timing, and final third quality. The substitutes here don't replace tired starters, they change the type of problem the opponent has to solve. Cherki gives France invention in tight spaces and the ability to open a defense with one disguised pass. Mateta gives them a completely different centre forward, physical, aerial, a target when France need to go more direct. Akliush brings sharp direction changes and creativity from the right channel. Thuram gives them pressing legs and the ability to stretch a backline without the attack being built around him. This is why most teams lose rhythm when they make attacking substitutions. France change rhythm deliberately. Now, the other favourites. Argentina are still dangerous because Messi is still Messi. He scored all 5 of their goals, and when one man can do that, you never dismiss his team. But that's also the point. Argentina's attack runs through one man in a way France's doesn't. When Messi finds the answer, they look inevitable. When he doesn't, the burden gets very heavy, very fast. Spain are system-driven, technically suffocating when the midfield flows and Yamal is fit, but their attack depends on everything functioning together perfectly. France can detonate while Spain is still building. Germany look ruthless. That 7-1 against Curacao was a statement, and Musiala, Wirtz and Havertz give them a serious platform. But their threat is structured and pattern-based. France have all of that and 4 1v1 match winners who can simply decide to win a moment. Brazil have Vinicius, who can ruin any defensive plan alone, and Cunha has been sharp. Under Ancelotti, they look more balanced than in years, but the rotation behind their front line isn't as deep, varied, or relentless as France's. The difference isn't that every French forward is better than every rival forward, it's variety. France can win through pace, combinations, transitions, direct running, crossing, individual brilliance, or late substitutions. They can start one type of attack and finish with an entirely different one. But here's where I have to be straight with you.
The centre-back situation needs watching.
Upamecano has the athletic profile, but carries documented questions about concentration under sustained pressure. Saliba brings calmness and recovery pace, but has been managing his rhythm after injury. Lacroix starting against Norway showed Deschamps is still figuring out the right combination. In knockout football, one individual error under pressure can undo everything happening at the other end. France have 10 goals, 9 points, and the deepest attacking rotation in this tournament. They have real flaws, defensive lapses, centre-back uncertainty, transition dependence, and they've still scored 10 goals in 3 matches without even looking fully complete. So, forget asking whether France are dangerous. The real question is this: if France still have another level, what happens when they finally reach it?